All right, we're going to kick this off in three, two, one. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back to the One Two Woke Up podcast. This is Joshua, as always, and today I've got with me.
Back.
Let me find out. And so, tell everybody, because this is probably going to be everybody who's watching this podcast's first experience with you.
Yes.
So, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, what you have going on, where they can find you online, how they can support you, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
All right. In 10 words or less.
Elevator pitch, homie.
Yeah, right. My name is Bak, no pun, B-A-K. You can find the Feedback podcast, B-A-K.
Pun intended.
Yeah, pun intended. The Feedback everywhere on social media. I've been doing this podcast about nightlife, current events, and comedy for the past couple of years now. And then follow Record Play Live as well. That's my little music trivia game show I produce. So that's fun stuff.
So, you have a lot going on. So tell me about this game show you have going on.
Oh wow! All right, so it was originally called Hip Hop Bingo. It started off as a bingo game, where instead of numbers on your card, it was artist, right?
Dope,
so
dope.
we'd call be Missy Elliott, and then I had a DJ play a little Missy, and then
fun.
GTI, whatever, right? So different themes every time, and then it was bingo, and then as a challenge like a dance battle or lip sync battle, that kind of stuff. Don't forget the lyrics, kind of like that.
Yeah.
And then win prizes, and then it turned into more of a trivia kind of show.
Fun, dude.
Yeah, and comedy at halftime.
And what's the name of it again?
Record Play.
Excellent. I'm gonna have to give that a little bit more attention, man, because that
Yeah,
sounds
please
like
come through. It's fun.
That sounds like a lot of fun, man.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that one?
Coming up on 3 years if I take away the pandemic, because I try to do it online and it doesn't work.
Yeah, you gotta be there.
Yeah, I got a DJ, I got an MC. Like it's the vibe is you got to be there to see it.
Exactly. There's energy.
Exactly.
The whole
Yeah,
room
it's a party. It's a
the
party
room is jumping. You can't quite capture that energy when everybody's.
on Zoom. No.
It's a difficult thing to do.
Yep.
I don't know. I've seen where people do the remote live quiet raves.
Quiet raves. What? How does that work?
They put headphones on and they rave. Yeah, and they.
So
like,
you're
and they
like
all, and they're in their bedrooms and they just put their lights on and pop ecstasy and rave with people online, and like thousands of people get together and do it.
yeah. In case I have a disco ball in my garage, I want to hang one day. What
Know what I'm saying,
the hell?
bro? So the point is that the thing can be done. Like motherfuckers.
Oh yeah.
But I understand it's probably much more difficult to create that type of vibe whenever you're also doing all these other elements, right? Doing the trivia and everything else, and so I get it. I get it.
Did you do any? People got on Zoom. They had Zoom parties and they would like dancing in living rooms. You ever do any of those?
Oh no, I've never done anything. I go to orgies. I'm not doing.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm not doing something like that.
We have standards here.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna go.
I'm a peasant.
I'm gonna go be crazy. Yeah, I'm a wild man, bro. I lived in Austin for way too long.
Really?
Yeah.
How long?
Oh, I mean, years and years. But I was born in Austin.
Oh, you one of them?
Yeah, but I mean, I went to school in a little bitty fucking farm town.
Is
Yeah.
it Farm Town, Texas?
No, it's
I
called.
wouldn't be surprised if there was a
it's
Farm
called-
Town,
I mean,
Texas.
I mean, there's Plantersville.
Where?
There's a Plantersville.
Really?
I swear to God.
That's where the nuts come from. What is that? What's Plantersville?
I think their football team name is called the Plowboys.
The Proud Boys.
The Plowboys.
Oh, Plowboys.
Plowboys.
That sounds
Yeah.
gay as
The
hell.
Plantersville. Bro, football's a very fucking gay thing.
Oh yeah, it is.
Don't let anybody convince you otherwise.
Oh, tights and you're ramming people. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. It's some gay shit. There's a lot of
Let's pile on this dude just for fun.
bro.
'Cause he got balls.
I'm gonna tell you what, bro. There's some. Don't let anybody. But the thing is, a lot of the stuff that we do,
Mm-hmm.
that we are entertained by, that we think of as masculine,
Uh-huh.
is really fucking gay when you think about it.
I'll give you that.
Wrestling,
Oh, shit.
oiled up dudes slamming each other, bro. It's gay. It's gay as shit.
Yeah.
Bro.
Sumo, wear diapers and push each other out of the line.
Bro, UFC,
Same
muscled
thing.
up dudes hugging each other.
Yep. fencing. I'm trying to touch you. No, I didn't touch me. I'm touching you. Same shit. It's all gay.
I didn't touch you. I'm not touching you.
Yeah, don't touch me. No, up, point. No, get me.
What's another good one?
Gay sport.
I mean, bro, going to a show, right? Like going to a rap show. It's just like one dude on stage thrusting his cock at everybody. You
Yeah,
know?
true.
And you're
true.
gonna go be like, "Yes, my dude." Like, bro,
Well, hold on. It's not like you're throwing your pants at him or anything like that.
that's what it's. But it's all like hypersexualized when you take an objective look at it, and it's very strange to me that, like for instance, on the come up, right? If I was trying to listen to a bit of music that's with a female lead singer, right?
Right.
It's serenading. It's nice, right? I love the sound of a woman's voice.
Sure.
I'd be called fucking gay for that, right? Why aren't you listening to like some metal, bro, where like these guys are wearing leather and doing all kinds of clearly homoerotic shit on stage, right? Like that's what straight guys do, and it's like,
no,
I'm listening to a song where like this beautiful woman making these beautiful noises, and I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
And you're calling me gay for that? Like, the fuck is wrong with you?
And mosh pits are gay too.
Mosh pits are hellaciously gay.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been in.
You've been in one. You look like you've been in a bunch.
Oh, I've been in a bunch.
Oh,
That's
so
what I'm
you
telling
fucking people up.
Oh, it's a bad time.
For who? It's a good
time
time for you.
Well, for everybody at this point. Yeah, I've gotten old, bro. My vibe is different. I don't possess that much angst anymore. Like I try and go back and listen to like any type of metal.
Like Cannibal Corpse.
I actually never got to where I was listening to music that heavy, but
Metallica?
Yeah, Metallica.
Metallica's dope. I like Metallica.
But, like even now, Metallica's like, bum, 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 and it's like, what the fuck is like?
Yeah, but it
like
okay.
I'm not trying to like death march into Valhalla right now. It's like what that is like a whole vibe where like, bro, I'm laid back. I'm trying to like hit dabs and
right. So there's a difference
relax,
between
you know what I'm saying?
There's a difference between participating in the music where you're jumping, you're dancing, you're punching people, you're pushing girls out the way, whatever you're doing, right? Or you're just feeling it, right? You just sit back, enjoy it. It's like being in the club, listening to your favorite song versus driving in your car, listening to your favorite song.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like I know if I'm a little high and I have a little buzz, I'm good. And if it's music playing that I enjoy, the hottest girl can be in front of me. I'd be like, look, bitch, sorry, Michael is on.
Yeah.
I can't talk to you. I don't want to talk to
vibing.
you. I don't give a shit. This is more important to me than your face.
I'm
and whatever you
flexing
got to
right
say
now.
about.
I'm in my whole vibe right now.
Exactly. So you can feel music. Like I feel music. I think there's a lot of people who just like, yeah, I listen to everything. I'm like, no, you might listen to everything, but you don't feel everything. That's not true.
I think that's fair. I think there are some people who don't have a really strong vibe of their own.
Yep.
Who
I know those fuckers.
Yeah, so like those people who are like social chameleons who will blend into any crowd, they can listen to any music and it'd be like fine enough. Like it's just human music. Boop, boop, boop.
Exactly.
Boop, boop, boop. And it doesn't matter. Like they're just like going along with the boop.
I mean,
you know, those are NPCs, bro. Those aren't real people.
Those are people who
those are like Spawn Batch 7 who you experience on the.
I love elevator music. It's my jam. I'm like, just shut up, it's stupid. Like you gotta if you can't brag for 5 minutes straight about your favorite artist or your favorite song, then you're full of shit.
I mean, I'm probably.
Oh, you're empty. Actually, not full of shit. You're empty inside.
I'm probably empty inside at this point, man. I pretty much exclusively listen to like lo-fi and stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. But you can. I'm sure you could talk to me about that. You don't have to know the names of stuff either. We can say, hey, here's why I love it, and I can articulate that.
The main thing is that it fits my vibe, right? Like
okay.
I am emanating a particular vibe, right? And most music doesn't synchronize inside with me, right? Like if I turned the volume up on that TV and it was Slipknot, that would cause a feeling of tension and anxiety in my chest.
I can see that.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so I've just found this particular vertical of music type where I tend to vibe with it, right? Like it enters my body and it doesn't create a feeling of tension or anxiety. It actually alleviates it and gives me a sense of serenity and tranquility and like more peaceful type shit.
But if I told you, hey Josh, I don't know shit about lo-fi, where do I begin? Don't send me to your YouTube channel.
Well, I mean, that's where I would send you.
What?
I would literally send.
No, but if people do this, like people produce this, there's there's
Well, so
there's a
well, so
producer, there's an artist.
yeah, well, so I go to these places and they have the entire playlist listed underneath where you could go.
Oh, okay.
Like they play it on like a 2 hour loop and it's the same set of songs, and so I'll bounce from playlist to playlist. Like I've got to the point where I've got several of the playlists memorized and I know which songs are where, and so I kind of bounce around.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But you could make an argument and say, hey, this is why, like this is why I love this. This is what's important to me, and if you want to know me,
Well,
right there.
Well, and the point is that I couldn't just allow for that to be on in quite the same way as I could just allow for metal to be on, right? Like you were saying, the people who can just listen to anything, anywhere, anytime, and it's always chill for them, how they're empty inside.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like, bro. I swear to God, I can't. Like, there's certain music that I can't jive with. You know what I'm saying? And there's certain stuff that really fills me up too. But also, so I'll keep it real with you.
Please.
My dirty little secret for music interest is Texas rap.
Is what?
Texas rap.
Like Houston shit?
Anything Texas. Killeen,
Yeah.
Texas,
Yeah.
anywhere, bro. I got it. Like I'm jamming it. And like I've been listening. I've been in rap videos. I've been all over the place. I really fuck with that.
Really?
I have several like local. I've been around. I've been in the scene. And
so like there's a really big history when it comes to Houston rap, for instance, right? As we all know, Pimp C, list goes on and on.
we had shit even
Paul
before that.
Here?
Yeah. Well, who do you think Pimp C was influenced by?
I don't know. You tell me.
The guys who were there before him.
Well, I know, but when you say here, you mean Austin?
Oh, I mean Houston.
Oh yeah. I'm sure.
But so, yeah, there's a real rich history of rap in the state of Texas.
I had a hard time with it.
It's a particular vibe.
It is. It took me a while to appreciate it, but it was because I was not used to that sound. And on top of that, I get how like different regions have a particular sound that matches the vibe of that area.
Yeah.
Right? Because I grew up with, to me, it was just East Coast, West Coast, and some of the Midwest, maybe Chicago stuff.
So you forgot about the Dirty Third, man.
Well, I mean, I was in France at the time. That didn't make it international.
I understand.
That's why.
Yeah.
And so when I came here and I moved straight to Austin in '98, and at the time it was UNLV was the track, Drag 'em to the River, and then Juvenile was just popping. It was all well, even though that's not really Texas, but anyway.
That was what was on the radio.
Yeah, that's what was playing, and I'm like, oh shit, they don't play the stuff that I know a whole lot. I'm in Texas, I might as well just learn the Texas stuff. But it took me a while to get there. I'm still kind of.
Well, I mean, it's very slow, and there's like chopping and screwing, and there's a whole vibe. Like there's just that's the only way I can even put it is there's a whole vibe that is distinctly Texas.
Yeah, I mean it goes with it.
Like you could line up 5 rap songs, one from the East Coast, one from the West Coast, one from somewhere in the Midwest, and one from Canada, and then one from Texas, and I would guaranteedly be able to spot the one from Texas.
Oh, I hope so.
Like there's just
it's
just a
nowhere near.
It's 0% chance that I would miss that.
I'm glad. I'd be kind of disappointed if you couldn't.
Yeah, well,
the way you're talking about it, I'm like, there's no way you would. This is Houston. This is Dallas. This is San Antonio. This is El Paso rap. I don't even know what El Paso rap sounds like. I'm sure they got it.
Everything that I want to say seems vaguely racist as it crosses my mind. So I'm not gonna say any of that shit, man.
It's El Paso rap.
I'm certain it's fantastic. I'm certain those guys have their whole thing going and they're all really enjoying themselves.
What did they rap about?
Motherfucking, I'm certain there's crazy shit happening, man. They're right across the way from Tijuana. right? Like I'm certain there's all kinds of cartel shit happening, bro. Like
Oh yeah.
human trafficking and
Border politics.
I think they call it the borderplex. Yeah, that's right. We have Ozzy in studio, right? And they do
Did Ozzy talk about that? Because it's where he's from.
borderplex hustle. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Ozzy's a good old boy. I like Ozzy.
Ozzy's nuts, man.
Oh, he is.
I love
man.
Ozzy, but Ozzy's crazy. Ozzy don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Which
that's
I
what,
appreciate
bro.
about him.
It's fucking 100. That guy is so real all the time. Bro, listen, I would rather an asshole who's authentic than someone who's nice and fake as fuck.
Thank you.
And that's why.
Hey, make
that's
that a
why-
shirt if it's
that-
not out yet.
That's going on the Teesprings.
Yeah, that's your your background. Add this to the
Ozzy,
wall.
If you, I hope you hear this one, bro, because we're over here talking real kind on you. He's got the. Everybody likes to bag on that guy, but this is friendly territory over here.
I don't know what we were doing, but I just remember him not paying attention and just like coming out with the meanest, like greatest burn, and he's like half-ass paying attention.
Oh yeah, he's just like the Red Foreman of the gang, like Mexican Red Foreman, bro.
Mhm.
You remember that '70s show?
Did I what?
That '70s show?
Yeah.
Remember the old man Red Foreman?
No, I didn't watch it.
Oh man.
The fuck is that for?
Because it's good.
I had a life, dude.
It's really good.
How about that? I was watching other shit.
I was crushing pussy, motherfucker. I was
Exactly.
watching that 70s show.
Yeah.
So Red Foreman,
Not really, but-
Red Foreman's just this crotchety old bald man. and
Uh-huh.
That's Ozzy. He's a crotchety old bald man. He's just walking through life, talking shit, burning people in every direction. Octoburn in this motherfucker all the time.
I'll do my Googles and then text him personally and said, "Yeah, that's you. I just found out."
I'm gonna turn this into a short and just make sure that it makes it into his feed. I'm just gonna upload it 12 times to 12 accounts.
He'll appreciate it. He will appreciate it.
Certainly. Ozzy can handle it. That's the thing is Ozzy can handle it. Like,
Yeah, he
you
can.
talk some shit to Ozzy, bro. You just lit a fire. Like fucking
Whoa.
I've seen the fire in that guy's eyes light up when people start talking shit to him. Like
Nah, it's cool,
that guy lives for fucking with people. It's a beautiful thing.
dude. That thing just hit me
Oh,
for real. Like my eyelids are heavy.
that's fucking fantastic, bro.
Well, I don't know about that. We'll see what.
Well, on the subject of being high, bro, have
Uh-huh.
you ever done any psychedelics at all?
I did shrooms twice. Does that count?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it.
That absolutely
That's
counts.
about as far.
What was it like for you?
Let's see.
Well, so how many did you?
I don't know. See, that's the thing.
That's
I don't.
cool.
I don't know. I'm the dude that likes to. I like to be in control.
Mm-hmm.
So when I do drugs, and I don't do a lot, weed. I did mushrooms a couple times, but like honestly, nothing else. I did ecstasy, not ecstasy. I did Molly. Is that the same thing? I don't fucking know. Whatever. I did that twice, but other than that, nothing else. So I was waiting for it
That's
to
like
kick in.
that's like 1 weekend for me.
I think it's Tuesday for you.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday 7 to 9. But I was expecting it to kick in, and when I had that expectation, it's like I didn't let it like settle.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And when it did, I had totally forgotten about it.
Yeah.
And I was at a festival. Do you remember Art Outside? Does that ring a bell?
No.
It was like our version of Burning Man, really, in Austin. It was out in Rockdale, Texas, in this huge ranch. It was all weekend. You went, you camped, and they had art installation. They had like 3 stages. It was in the woods, and it was dope.
Art Outside, you said?
Art Outside, yes.
I remember Nocturnal.
Huh? I don't remember. I went 1 year. I went in 2012.
I remember Nocturnal. I think you might have the name mixed up.
No, it is Art Outside.
Well, there was a Nocturnal Fest they did out there too.
Maybe
Right
they
around that
because they
time.
had a disastrous year because they got rained on pretty bad to where people got their shit stolen and everything. And I think they tried it again the next year and it didn't work out. Maybe that was it. I don't know.
Well, I know they. I think it's a different thing.
Yeah,
I think
probably
we're talking
did.
about
Yeah,
different
it's
things. They were
different.
just going on around at the same time.
And so I took. I don't know how much I took. I
An
can't
amount.
tell.
An amount.
An undefined amount. And I lost my girlfriend, and there's no phone reception.
Mm.
And I'm walking around the festival
Mm.
grounds, and I get into this giant dome, and it had the best sound system ever.
Yeah,
I mean, it sounded dope because
you're high.
exactly. And I'm in the middle of the crowd, and I'm jamming, but in my head.
Mhm.
Like I'm standing there, I'm not moving at all, but I can feel people around me.
And inside, just as
And
ecstatic as can
no,
be.
inside I'm doing windmills. I mean, it was like that, And then I'll never forget. I for like 10 minutes like that in the middle of the crowd, people were dancing and everything. And then I had my eyes closed, and I opened my eyes, and there was a monkey on the turntables. It took, and I was like, "Yo, y'all see this fucking monkey?" And it turned out it was a puppet. There's a group called the Fungineers, and they do like a puppet show. So they have like a black screen, and they animate this puppet, this monkey. It's a purple puppet with a unicorn, and then he was DJing. But it took me like 30 seconds to realize that that was not a real monkey.
Well, I mean, yeah, you've been vibing with your eyes closed, jamming high on psychedelics, and you open your eyes to a fucking monkey working the turntables, bro. That's some difficult shit to grapple with.
Yeah,
Flat
a
ass
purple
out.
monkey with a unicorn.
Yeah, it's like, hey, stranger,
You see this shit?
stranger over here. Could you please confirm this experience for me? There is, in fact, a purple monkey with a unicorn horn working the DJ table right now, right? I didn't see this happen. I just came back.
Yeah, I was gone. I was
Yeah,
gone.
I was gone for a while, and now I'm back. And I don't know if that's real. I didn't see it walk out. So what the fuck is happening?
Y'all are asking each other the same question.
Yeah, that person's like, I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm fucking higher than you are.
I thought it was a horse.
Holy shit, that's a monkey. Man, how much fun. So, that sounds like a lot of fun, dude. Anything else fun happen that experience? Is that's like the highlight of it, right?
I never. I forgot to calm down because after I saw the monkey. Nah, I mean I was high for the rest of the night, and I never saw my. Oh. So they had these. There was one installation that had the Tesla coils. You know what those are?
Oh, I know.
With
exactly
the
what you're
thing that
talking about.
travels,
The
like you can see the electricity like traveling.
yeah,
right?
but shooting between them.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And you can get inside a cage in the middle,
Oh, my
and it would
God.
just shoot like around you, and then go
Yeah.
to the next pole or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they were doing this thing where they would play, like the coils would make sounds, and they make them go so fast that it would turn like into music.
I've seen this.
So they would do the Game of Thrones theme song. With exactly, that's what that was. That's what it was. And I'm like, I'm gonna do the fucking cage.
Oh my God! You went into the fucking.
I went into the cage.
You went into the buzz box while you were high on mushrooms.
Yes.
You're a brave motherfucker, bro.
Hey,
That's
went
some
in on
brave
outside like you do it big or you go home, man.
Hey,
It
bro,
was
I
one
get
of those
it,
things.
man. Your fucking dick's out. You might as well swing it.
Exactly. And knock people off with it.
Fucking. So what was that like going into the buzz box? I have to hear about this.
I'm like, I honestly couldn't move. That's the thing. Like, I didn't want to touch the thing because I'm like, yo, if I touch this,
It's
first I'm
zap
gonna grow
the
hair.
fuck out of me.
I'm gonna turn white. Something's gonna happen to me. I don't know what. And I was like this. I was petrified, honestly.
Yeah, it's a fucking million volts.
Yes, yes. And then I got out, and I think I went and lay down and took a nap. Like in the woods, I just lay down and I didn't see my
outstanding.
girlfriend until like 4 a.m. that night, back at the tent.
Oh my God, y'all just rendezvoused at the tent.
Yeah.
What a legend. I was gonna ask how you ever came back across your spouse, but you just rendezvoused back at the tent.
I mean, it wasn't. No, the plan was, so we set up our tent, and she goes, "I would love some mushrooms right now." I'm like, "Why would you say that?" And I kid you not, 30 seconds later, a dude walked up, and was like, "I got mushrooms." I'm like, "Of course you have
Ask
mushrooms."
and you shall receive.
Yes.
my child.
I'm like, "Can you throw something else in the universe that we can get right away?"
It's like, man,
I forgot
I
condoms.
sure would love a gold-plated AK-47.
Oh, goddamn, that's kind of hardcore.
That's what I want.
I was hoping for a cake or
No,
$5 or
no.
something, or a pillow
Nope.
or bigger tent.
Nope. Gold-plated AK-47, bro. Give me 500 rounds of golden ammunition too.
Or that dude just walked up like, "Yeah, I got it right here. I just made it in my garage before coming to the
It's
festival."
like, bro, as it just so happens, I fucking got this gold-plated AK. It's an AK-70 for you, buddy. You're gonna have to fucking make some concessions today.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry, that's not what I wanted.
So, anything like introspective happen while you were like any like revelations of self or any like you know any moments of personal growth that you think it helped trigger?
Personal growth.
Yeah.
Well, I got to appreciate music that I wouldn't if I was sober.
Yeah.
Because that monkey was playing techno, and I don't like techno. And I get it. I get the appeal that to listen to that shit, you got to be on something. But, well, and the sound was also, like, they had, like, top-of-the-line sound system. That helped. Because it was coming out of a shitty fucking PA system. I would have been like, fuck this shit. I'm sober now.
Out of your headphones.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, no, this was an experience. And I was in the middle of it all.
That's beautiful.
And the thing is, I used to dance, and usually I'll be the dude, like, maybe not on the dance, like on the side, just doing my thing. But the fact that I was not moving, but in my head I was moving, that was trippy as fuck.
Well, you know, the truth is that you can't move as quick as your brain can.
True.
You know, like you were able to do 100 million cartwheels in your brain, right? And so you were able to cram in a lot more ecstatic experience per unit time in your headspace than you were in the physical space. And so that's the
That makes sense.
path of least resistance to ecstasy, my friend. You took it. You enjoyed yourself.
It worked.
Very thoroughly.
It worked. Man, that was 10 years ago. Shit.
So, on some old man reminiscing 10 years ago at festival shit,
Mm-hmm.
out by Rockdale, they used to do a thing called Nocturnal Fest.
Mm-hmm.
And Nocturnal Fest was something very similar. They had a little train that like ran through the place that was done up like a giant caterpillar. They had giant mushrooms that glowed. They had 3 stages going that were doing all kinds of wild fucking dubstep and techno and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And we were short 2 tickets for the squad. And we were
Was it a camping thing? Like you're there all weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It was out at Apache Pass.
That's what it was. That's where all outside was.
I'm telling you, this was called Nocturnal Fest though. And we shut this bitch down. It got so out of hand that several people died. And
Wait, you don't start with that?
well, I was just saying that like it got way wild, and they stopped letting the county was like, no more, y'all can't do that.
Really? Like day one?
Oh
Day
no,
two?
no, this was by the end, like by the end of it, and everybody started going real hard once they knew the festival was going to be over. It got like way
Like
out.
Woodstock '99 wild?
I mean, as wild as those people there. I mean, bro, it got so many people got either killed or injured, like by doing too many drugs, that the county
Oh shit!
said you can't do this anymore. It capped out their infrastructure. The hospitals couldn't handle it.
Wow.
All kinds of shit.
Did you end up in the hospital?
Fuck no, I handle my drugs like a man.
Oh, good.
But
You saw people die next to you. You're like, oh, that's
no, well, I mean, bro, there were people passed out everywhere. So like, I'm like 99% certain I walked past a dead body. But like, you know, like there were so many people passed out, bro. Like it was like, bro, by day 3, it was fucking people were just like getting to the finish line.
So did you get your squad in?
Yeah. We figured there'd be a scalper by the front gate, and we totally just bought 2 off scalper. But, bro, I was there trying to sell Molly. And
sold out in 2 hours.
No,
20.
No, I did it all.
I didn't think of that. Should have known. Really? In 3 days?
Oh, in one night.
Fuck.
Yeah. I didn't go every night. I just went night 3 because I knew.
Did you see any of the festival?
Yeah.
From the tent?
I was balls deep. I walked out and I was literally just like walking around yelling Molly, and just as many people who would take it. And it got to the point where every time I was selling one, I was eating one. And after a while, I got so high that I was just giving them out. It's like, I've made a couple $100. Here's you like some Molly.
Wow, you don't play, man.
Here's me some Molly, and I mean, the bag was gone by the end of the night. I didn't even have like the bag anymore. Like.
So what'd you do the other 2 days? You just bought more?
Huh?
if you used it all on day one.
No. I only went day 3. I didn't go day 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She-
So I went day 2. I went day 2 and had just like a regular time, right? And day 3 I went and I was like, I'm gonna do a bunch of drugs and make a bunch of money, and
Hey, goals.
accomplished both. Accomplished both. Various. I mean, and I should have made so much more money. Like,
You
bro,
could have,
I could have made.
but you were happy and
I
generous.
could have made so much money, and I just remember literally just giving it out, and just everybody around me was so happy. Like, it was, we had such a good time, bro. And I remember I took a hit of LSD before I went, and I also had taken some mushrooms and had been drinking vodka, and like, bro, I was getting turned up. And then by the time I got there, I was just popping as many mollies as I could take. Like, it's like, bro, let's to drug user Valhalla tonight. And yeah, bro,
I'm fucking a Valkyrie tonight.
the-
That's what I'm.
honestly, bro, honestly, man, the last thing that I really remember from the night, there was a stage where there was a pyramid made out of like glass or something, and there were just fucking fog and lasers shooting out from behind it. And like, I remember there was literally someone over here who like wanted to buy Molly, and just, I couldn't turn away from the pyramid. And just walking the fuck off from this potential lick. Like, a guy was...
Wait, you walked the fuck off from the guy who wanted to buy some?
Yeah.
And you walked towards the pyramid?
And that's pretty
That's
much...
my monkey.
That's pretty much the last time. It's pretty much the last I remember of it. It was just like, yeah, man, how many you want? And just gone. Just off to the pyramid, bro. And I remember vaguely getting like right up on it. Like, my big stupid ass made it all the way up to the front eventually. But yeah, it like gives me like LSD flashbacks. Like, I get like weird cringies even thinking about that night, because I did so many drugs, and
I believe you.
yeah, it's like, frankly, bro, it's one of those nights where I'm just like, lucky I made it out. Like,
Yeah, I was about to say. You were.
There's so many nights that are like that, but that's one of the particular ones where.
Did you eat anything? You didn't get sick. You didn't throw up. Nothing. You just like a champ. You just walked away
I
whistling.
definitely didn't throw up, and I might have had a burger at lunchtime.
Okay.
You know, like.
But do you think you would have had a better time if you had sold it all? No, not sold it all, but like if you focus more on making money.
Oh no!
Than actually.
No. It wasn't no fun selling. It wasn't no fun selling drugs. No. But I wasn't there necessarily. I mean, I went into it figuring that I was gonna find the right balance of the two things, and I just beforehand figured there would be a lot more money making involved. Right. I didn't realize that I also had, I took a low dose of LSD and I took some mushrooms, and so that really like fucked up my my like go get money mechanism real hard. You know what I'm saying? Like,
of course.
You take enough psychedelics, the concept of money kind of just goes out the fucking window.
No, I have some. Here, take it.
Yeah, money's
Here.
Fuck that.
We
money.
all, it's all love. Take my money.
Exactly.
I'll throw a penny at your ass.
Yeah, bro. Like, this money doesn't make a fuck. We're here vibing right now. And
Well, what about your friends? What they do? Do you remember?
they had Molly and they sold it.
But did they have fun as much as you did?
I don't think anyone has much fun. You know what? My buddy Nick Thatcher had as much fucking fun as me.
He did or didn't?
He did, but he didn't sell any drugs. He showed up with no shirt and a fucking bear skin, ready to fucking party, bro. And that's exactly what he fucking did. And you know what? I remember running into him that night,
And?
giving him a hug.
But how high were you? Like if 100 is like
Broski, honestly, if we hadn't had this conversation, I probably would have never, ever, ever, ever remembered this ever again until I was like on my deathbed, like flashing through everything.
Oh, you're welcome.
So-
Now it's on
Yeah,
on
so
tape.
I mean, it's like that level high, right? Like it's like probably a fucking solid 8, bro. Like really, really, like 10 is you're dissolving into a fucking puddle.
Yeah, right.
Like I've had my heart weighed against the feather of truth in the hall of Anubis. While
Yeah.
high on
Wait.
LSD.
You had what?
I had my heart weighed against the feather of truth in the hall of Anubis while high on LSD. That's
Whoa.
that's a 10.
Pause.
That's a
Hold
10.
on. Time out. Say that again slowly.
I had my heart
Uh-huh.
weighed against the feather of truth in the hall of Anubis.
Another shirt. What does that mean?
So, Anubis is the Egyptian god of death.
Yes.
It's the dude with the dog head.
the dog head. Yeah.
So, this is like a humdrum story. Here we go, guys. We're telling the story again.
Oh,
But-
you've told it before.
Oh yeah, but fuck it, it's fine.
I want to know.
Yeah, no.
The
it's
heart
fine.
of Anubis is getting
Listen,
weighted of feathers.
Bro, we're having a conversation right now. Fuck those guys. Seriously, fuck you guys. If you don't want to
He
hear
said it, not me. I'm the
if
guest.
you don't want to hear this story,
Fast forward.
Fast forward this motherfucker. Me and Bak are having a convo.
All right, I gotta hear this. Sorry, folks.
So, I brought it up. It's my
Yeah.
bad. I should be a more experienced podcaster at this point, but I'm just having fun talking.
Well, fuck him. Let's go. The Anubis of the
What was-
feather of the
Oh yeah,
the heart
So,
of death. I
so
don't
bro,
know.
I tried to order $200 worth of hash and $200 worth of LSD showed up, and me and my cousin Jeremiah just did it all. Fuck it, let's just do this. These
Mhm.
drugs, let's go. And really, I took about half of it, and then I got about an hour and a half in, and was like, "This is stupid. I don't feel anything." And took the other half, and then immediately when I put the rest of it on my mouth, shit got weird. And I was like, "Oh fuck! If this is how weird things are now, it's about to at least get double this weird. I don't know if I'm ready for that." And because I'd never had any real psychedelic experiences before that.
That was your first big one.
Yeah, this is my first big one that we're
Yeah,
about to
with-
go through right now. Like I had I took one hit of LSD and like went and got drunk, or like I did 2 mushrooms and went and partied. Like never anything like what I'm about to explain.
Yeah,
And,
I mean that whole shirt saying is
Yeah. Oh, it's a fucking deal. I want a shirt that has Anubis with glowing red eyes, just fucking Terminator beam eyes. But, bro, I got so high that I realized that I could. Something about the experience that I was having on LSD at the moment was like beaming into my head and into the back of my head that this type of experience could be achieved without the utilization of drugs through meditation.
oh probably
Well, I mean, it was very, very evident. So it was like obvious thing that was
you wasted money.
that was yeah. And
Could have done this at home.
but so immediately I concluded, right? Oh well, shit. This can probably be elaborated upon through meditative experiences. So I drug myself out of my chair and went to my bedroom and sat in lotus pose and meditated in silent darkness. And
Ooh, far along.
1,000 lifetimes,
In human years.
a few hours probably.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, I actually literally don't know. I remember at one point before I went to my bedroom, it was 105, and then hours went by, and it was 108.
You were in the time chamber in
It
Dragon Ball Z.
it was just so high, just so high that it was all awkward, bro. And so I went to my bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
and it gets to where you're having a psychedelic experience, and it comes on in waves,
Right.
You know? And when it gets to where it's too much and you start getting uncomfortable, you'll open your eyes and look around and orient yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's my wall, that's my TV, like fuck, I'm in a house, like you can ground yourself with
Right.
with like known points in space. And that was taken away from me. It was dark. And so I would be tripping and be like, "Oh my god, I ain't get away from this," and then open my eyes and it's fucking pitch black. So it just keeps going. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it got to a point where I was so far out that I, it kind of comes and goes. Well, like when the wave ended and I receded back to like as normal as I was going to get, I was so far out that it was completely unrecognizable. And that made me really panic. Like I was like, "Oh shit, like I'm fucking."
Wait, so hold on. Was it a progressive thing, or was it there was the click and you just went, "Oh shit"?
No, it's a progressive thing. Like it gets to where, your eyes are closed and you're getting these. It's like you're passing through a series of
Gates.
almost that's more of like a DMT thing, but like it's just an emanating form of fractal art that you're flowing through.
Oh,
and
good
and
analogy.
and like as the waves come and go, you kind of breathe in and out of it. And at like a normal LSD trip, you'll get pretty far out and go, oh shit, and you'll come back and you'll just get back and you can see your room and you're like, okay, this is, but you're still high, right? Like
Mhm.
you're not, if you're at a 0 before you take LSD and you get up to a 10 and then you drop down to a 2 between waves,
Mhm.
right? Well, I was at a 30 and I was dropping down to a 20 between waves, and so it was just there was no coming back, bro. Like I literally, like I couldn't orient myself to like even gravity. I didn't know what up and down was. I couldn't. There was no like getting to a light switch to. I was fucked. I was fucked. And I was 500 pounds at the time.
Mhm.
And I convinced myself that I'd had a heart attack and died. Yeah.
Shit.
And so it just kept going and kept going. And eventually I got to a point where it was just solid black, bro. And in my periphery was this like flowing river of light. And every time I tried to put my eyes on this river of light, it would move. And as it moved, it would leave these fucking symbols, bro. And these symbols were just like, imagine the most important symbol that this planet would ever create, ever. Right? And the
Can
most
you picture it today?
well, I don't know what that symbol would be for this one, but like at the end of the day, words are symbols, letters are symbols, like a swastika is a symbol type shit, like all these different,
Yeah.
all these different. And so it was just infinite context, bro. It was all this information was just packed into these symbols. Like these were all the most important symbols that had ever happened anywhere.
Can you picture it now? Like if you think about it,
Yeah.
can you recall what that
Yeah.
looked like?
Yeah.
But you can't describe it, kind of thing. If I give you a piece of paper,
If you gave
and I
me,
said, Josh, draw me
if
what
you
it
gave
was.
me, if you gave me a piece of paper, I could draw some of them if I tried really hard. Absolutely. Yeah. But
Holy shit!
But
You
I
were
mean,
out.
but
You were
bro,
gone.
there were millions of these things. There was, I mean, it was more knowledge than you could ever fathom, buddy. Like it was, and
What if the cure of cancer was in there somewhere, and
absolutely,
you fucking missed it?
absolutely, bro. Everything was in there. Well, so check this out, bro. Eventually those symbols like started sticking to the edges of the void,
Mm-hmm.
and those symbols created like a visible surface, and these surfaces were the faces of gods, bro. And every god that had ever existed in any being's mind's eye anywhere ever was present.
I mean, around you,
Yeah, like in every direction.
like there's Zeus, there's Poseidon,
And there's also the equivalence,
There's
and there's also
Muhammad is over there in the back.
yes, and there's also equivalence for that for people who grew up on Mars. There's also equivalence for that for people who grew up on fucking planets 100 quadrillion light years that way. There's also equivalence for the variation of Earth where Zeus got called Poseidon and Poseidon got called Zeus, and everything, every possible variation was infinite.
Was there any interaction, or did you just watch it?
It's like I was on a fucking petri dish, homie. And every single one of them had their own personal microscope, and they were looking at me as hard as they fucking wanted to.
Wow.
Yeah, bro.
It's like those sci-fi movies when there's like the lords show up on these giant screens. You just see their heads, and you're like, "Oh shit, I'm so little." Like compared to all this, you feel like, yeah, I'm a grain of sand right now compared to what's.
Bro, not even. Not even. It's so fucking infinitesimally small. But and I mean, you're right there. Like, bro, like every like the god that matters to you the most was fucking there, bro. Like every
Pussy?
like
No,
if there's a pussy god, it was there, homie. Like I'm telling you.
no,
Like,
I believe you.
but I'm
I
telling you,
believe you. I mean,
they were all there, and it took me through every measurable instance of my life, and judged
like
me.
flashbacks.
Yeah, but beyond that, it's like there's a concept in physics called a Planck frame, and
I
a
don't know.
Planck frame is if you were to take a second and divide it by like 100 quadrillion divisions, and it's basically the smallest imaginable, mathematically conceivable snapshot of the universe as it exists in a particular instance.
Okay.
And it took me through every single one of those that I've ever passed through, including while I was in the womb. Yeah, like it literally was asking me
Whoa,
why. It was
man, this is.
it was literally asking me why I was kicking my mom in retaliation to her sitting in ways that was making me uncomfortable while I was in the womb. It took me that far back.
Did you? Okay. I got questions. I believe you.
I will be as honest as I possibly
No,
fucking can.
this is dope. This is dope. This is dope because I'm trying to picture it. There's no way I can picture it the way, like, it's. I'm sure it's even hard for you to describe it.
It's impossible.
Yeah, yeah.
It took a very long time. It's not like I came out of that experience and was like, "Holy shit, that was the Hall of Anubis." Bro, I read and tried for years to
Do you know anybody else who's had the same experience?
personally no, but I've read similar.
Oh, so this is the thing, but this is because you went.
Well, I mean similar, right? Like yeah, I mean at the end of the day what I experienced was what you would consider an ego death, right? Like the thing that made Josh completely fucking evaporated and there was still something there.
Mhm.
And that's me.
But
That's
what
all of
is
us.
the lesson out of all that?
Well, so we can get there. There's still more to this experience, and I will get to that.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro. I've just now gotten to the Hall of Anubis, bro, and like we're just now describing it, bro.
Wait, so there's Anubis, but there's all the other ones, right?
It's Anubis's hall. Like this
With
is,
all the different gods.
yeah. It's like he's the guy who's like, hey y'all,
The
come
god
here
of death.
come here to my place where I do this thing.
Hey,
everybody,
Josh.
everybody.
Thanks
it's,
for coming.
it's like the fucking Coliseum for them. They're like, whoa, let's fucking see if he passes today. And
I'm gonna keep this.
yeah. And every time it would like ask me like why were you behaving this way, and I would try and go back to that point in space and time and understand my reasoning, and as long as and it's like I would get there and the thing that was asking me the question was already there laughing at me being like I was sharing the experience with you, bro. I'm really just more or less testing to see if you're going to be honest with yourself and me right now. And you know, it took me through shit that I'd forgotten about, and like, bro, I've been a fucker. Like but we're all fuckers, right? Like as long as you learn from those things and try your best to be the best version of yourself that you can be, then like, bro,
Mhm.
you're gonna get the big old fucking thumbs up. And I got the big old fucking thumbs up for that exact reason, right? Like it's obvious that I've been trying my best to be a good person to the best of my ability, considering like the variables at play right now.
Mhm.
Cool, good job, bud. In the moment that it told me, cool, good job, bud, it was like, you're gonna just keep doing what you're doing and everything's gonna be just fine. And then it snapped to me, oh shit, that means I'm not fucking dead. I get to keep going. Like,
Whoa. It confirmed your lifestyle and you as a person. It's like, hey, don't change. That was the lesson. I mean, that was the message, I guess.
well, there's more to it because the moment that I experienced judgment, right, and it was like, bro, it's chill. Like, keep doing what you're doing. I realized that I was communicating with the sum total of all knowledge that there is. Like every experiencer, basically all of our experiences get loaded onto a solid state drive on the back end, and that solid state drive is profoundly aware of itself through what we are doing. Right, we're like computers on a program.
Yeah, I mean,
And-
your brain's a hard drive, and it's a matter of accessing all those little.
Well, it's the supercomputer.
Clusters.
It's the supercomputer that links all of us up together, right? Like in Christianity, they refer to it as the Holy Ghost, right?
Right.
And so the whatever I like to refer to it as the galactic consciousness, right? The entire universe is actively alive and aware of itself, down to every molecule in this shoe, down to us, right? And it's just a matter of how robust of a mechanism it's looking at itself for the sake of its own enjoyment. And we just happen to be like the most robust little fucking mechanisms that the universe can use to experience itself on this rock.
Do you think that this is something that is shared? Not. Let me put it this way.
We're all one, so it's shared everywhere.
I get that. What I'm trying to say is because of the way our brains function, which there's still stuff out there that we just can't understand and can't comprehend.
We don't even know. They're unknown unknowns.
And yeah, but that's like they're still trying to figure out how this brain thing works to this day, right? I mean, case in point, the experience you had that was drug induced triggered some stuff and made you have these realization, these manifestations, these images and symbols and everything. And do you think that something like that is a capacity that everybody has? And if it's everybody, does that include all the animals? Does that include plants? Does that include? I mean, the smallest organism can have a trip where it's like, oh yeah, I'm realizing that I'm just a plankton. I don't know.
So
you see what I mean?
yeah, yeah, I get the thing, and it's like a yes and no type of situation, right? I do sincerely believe that the revelation of self is something that any human can achieve. Like because
Sure.
because at the top, like bro, we're all the thing. Like I am the galactic consciousness, experiencing myself through this body that we all agree on that is Josh. Because my parents like named it on the way up, but like bro, I'm a fucking 14 billion year old universe experiencing myself for the sake of my own entertainment, and so are you, and so are the trash bags, and so is Mikey, and so like we're all literally one big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think I don't think that the sudden realization of that is something that anybody is particularly locked out of. I think that the bottom of the bucket can fall out for anybody at any time. I really do. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I really do. And I think that meditation and drug use are really really great catalyzers for that type of experience. But
You'll save money on psychologists and therapy.
so I'll tell you what, man. I learned more about myself and the nature of reality in one night on a high dose of LSD than I did in 8 years in academia. However many years that I spent in school, I learned more that night than in any other 4 year period of my life.
About yourself, not just knowledge
Yeah,
in
yeah.
general.
So the truth that you seek is inside.
No, I believe that.
Yeah,
I believe that.
yeah.
But I do think that most people actually need that piece of guidance. Call it religion, call it
Mm-hmm.
kids, call it music, call it whatever you want to call it.
Everybody.
That helps them get to that space
Mm-hmm.
because they can't do it on their own.
Sure. Well, at the end of the day, this is all a big act of entertainment, right? And like, there's only so many fourth wall breaks that can be tolerated before it becomes unpalatable for the viewers.
Do you think
You feel
that?
me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we can only all go, what's up? You're watching us, before people stop being like, this is a fun thing to watch, right? So it's fun to keep everybody in the state of leading their own little lives, right? Like, it's fun to go be Josh. It's fun to go be Mikey. It's fun to go be Bak, right? And it doesn't necessarily serve us right now to be a fucking hive mind like we could be. It's just if it did, we would be doing it. It's a very very simple thing.
Are you afraid of death?
Oh no, death will not find me not already annihilated, bro. I've already been there and done that. I've already been on the scale of Anubis, bro.
That's what you call it.
Well, it's just that's all I can refer to it as is I've had my heart weighed against the feather of truth in the hall of Anubis, and that's I've already been there. I've already faced divine judgment, and I've already realized my own divinity on the inside. And so I'm
You're fine
I'm
with that.
crystalline, bro. Let's go.
And you think it's just another gate. It's just another.
Listen, buddy, it was fine before I was born. It's gonna be fine after I die.
That's not what I'm asking.
But I don't know. I don't fucking know, buddy. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna reincarnate, if I'm gonna go up the chain, if I'm gonna find my. I mean, bro, you know what's gonna happen, bro? Is I'm gonna go back to being the fucking sum total of all the knowledge that there is, right? And I'm gonna come and I'm gonna be able to experience everything all at once whenever I die. And like, if I so choose to create an extra bit of fucking individual reality somewhere, that's what I'll do. But like, bro, we're gonna be rocking and rolling, being the fucking machine itself, not one of these little bobs down in here.
So you think that when you die, you become part of the?
You're already part of it.
Yeah, but there's
The
There's a
illusion,
change
the,
that-
the, the illusion
Mhm.
that you're not, that's created by this body for the sake of the entertainment of the higher self sheds, and then we just are. What is remains is the higher self.
Right. So there is a transcending. What's the word I'm looking for? Like death is a catalyst to another state. It's just that we don't know what that's like, but we know it's still part. Let's say if there was a big machine that was basically connecting all of us, as you say, right?
Mhm.
and basically death was just us being called back to the machine.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is just a temporary.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're Josh. You have hair. You're wearing white shoes. This is you right now.
Yeah.
Right. But there's another state of you that you don't know yet, or maybe that there was a state before you were here, and then you showed up, and this is the manifestation of Josh as it is, and that changes every day, every second, every year, and then there's another milestone. You die, and now you're not I don't know if you're Josh still, but you're like this entity now that's been called back to the machine
I think that
or the network, whatever you want to call it.
I think that we go through periods of time between incarnations where we're basically chilling as the greater whole. But like, I don't think that, like, I think that whatever makes Josh Josh, that's gonna shed away. Like at the end of the day, whatever makes Bak Bak. So like, there's no Bak coming back. There's no Josh coming.
No, I'm coming back. I'm back. I'm coming back.
Well, what I'm saying is that like the thing that
Send
makes
a name.
the thing that makes you you is eternal, bro, and the thing that makes you you is the thing that makes
That I believe.
and so the thing that makes me me is the same thing that makes you you. So like we're all just one big thing, and like we're one day, whether you decide to do it before you die or not, you're gonna drop this act, and like that's all that death is gonna force is you're gonna drop this act. That's all it is. That's all it is the end of the play, right?
Mhm.
But everyone, you're gonna keep going.
But
You're gonna keep going.
But if you don't think in those terms, it's more of yeah, you drop the act, but hopefully you pass that act on to someone else.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it's
people are still alive, like, oh yeah, I knew Josh. Josh was this,
well,
and
it's,
that.
well, it's like I said, the whole thing is a big. We're all doing this for the sake of our own entertainment, right? And so there's.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So there's something to there being a continuation, right? That's why we have kids. That's why we make friends,
Mhm.
so that we can, whenever
Leave
we
a
go back into
legacy.
the fucking big hole, we can tune in if we so choose. But I'll tell you right now, there are galaxies colliding into one another. There are fireworks shows happening out there galactically that are so much more entertaining than any bullshit happening in here. Like you're gonna see one day. Like you fucking.
I'm not doing drugs with you. That's for damn sure. I'm trying to live. I'm sure if I did like a tenth of what you did that time, that day, in the dark and all, I would be gone,
Well,
man.
so there's.
Wait, hold on. So how did it end?
Well, that's what I was literally about
my
to get
bad.
to. So like we're on the same page, bro.
All
We're
right,
super on the same page. That's perfect. I'll take a sip to that shit. We're like fumbling over ourselves trying to get to the same thing right now. That's
yeah,
great.
but like I want an ending to this. This is a crazy story. I like it.
So, I swear to God, it's true.
No,
Every
the way you're talking about it, there's no way
every word of it.
you had a bad dream and this is your dream. You know what I mean?
I mean, at the end of the day, I really went through a thing, and I'm talking about it as honestly as I can. So the moment that I realized that I was being communicated with by something effectively other than myself in that moment,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I realized because of the experience I just went through, I could tell that it was the possessor. Like, not only, you know how I told you I wanted to go back to the previous points in my life and it was already there and had shared that experience with me?
Mm-hmm.
It was very obvious that it had done that with every living thing, every beetle, every sentient star, everything between here and there, bro. It had
Mhm.
shared the experience with everything. So there was nothing that I could talk about that it wouldn't be able to relate to. And there were no questions that I could ask it that it wouldn't have the answer to. And so the first question that popped into my head was, what's the purpose of life?
Oh, I can answer that question.
What's it?
My answer?
Yeah.
The purpose of life to me is to have experiences so you have stories to tell. Those experiences are better when they're shared. That's the bottom line. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how famous you are. I don't care how many kids you got. But if you're on your deathbed or you die and you can't just like, hey, you know what? I had a good life. I helped people. I connected with people. I shared myself with others. If someone was to write a book about me, there'll be tons and tons of pages.
That's beautiful, man. And so Bruce Lee
Mm-hmm.
said that the key to immortality
Mm-hmm.
is leading a life worth remembering. And that's what you're describing doing.
Exactly.
Just,
That's the purpose of life
just
to me.
creating positive impacts on people around you so that you're remembered in a positive way, and it just creates positive memories and experiences for people moving forward.
I can sum it up in 4 words.
Let's go.
Don't be a dick.
That's beautiful.
That's it.
I think that's beautiful, bro. That's
Don't
some
be a
fucking-
dick.
That's some fucking. Well, I can tell them what my answer is, and we can wrap it up because that's beautiful, man. I think that's fucking absolutely beautiful, and
Thank you.
I respect that so much. Like, that's awesome.
If only people would know that.
Well, hopefully
Another shirt idea.
Well, and again, hopefully, right? Hopefully, some people will listen to the podcast and they'll get this because this is great, man. But so
Go ahead.
it's a 4-letter word.
Love.
That's it.
Of course.
Everyone fucking knows
yeah,
it, bro.
look,
Everyone knows it.
It's such a
Mikey. Everyone who I
No,
bring
no,
on the
but-
fucking podcast, everyone already knows.
no. You've asked that question before,
I
and
asked,
everybody-
I asked that question to everyone who comes on the podcast,
And everybody says that?
90% of people say love.
Well, of course. I mean, put it this way. It's what we're
you had a
told.
dope answer.
Yeah, but I think it's what we're told. But I think that love is too vague of a notion
Well, so
because people define it differently.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing: is that love is a spectrum, right? It can go
Sure.
from purely platonic to purely romantic,
Uh-huh.
and everything in between. So it's a matter of what love means for you and the people who are sharing it, and like it can, as long as the intention's there, that's what matters,
Uh-huh.
right? But here's the deal: if the universe is infinite, right?
Uh-huh.
Infinite universe. Firstly, anything you can see in your mind's eye is real.
Uh-huh.
So keep your eyes on your prizes in your mind's eye, and you'll forge a path in the 5th dimension to those places. But, fuck, dude, I just went on that tangent, and I forgot the other thing I was going to say. What was I initially saying?
We were talking about the everybody knowing the answer.
Everybody knowing the answer. That's love.
Everybody knowing the answer is love. Oh, fuck. There was a thing I was working
No,
towards,
can I
man.
speak on that? Maybe that'll bring you back.
Sure.
So the reason why I say love is too vague is because what you were saying that
No, I'm-
everybody's definition is different. The love I got, the love that that resonates with me and that works for me might be different for you, might be different for everybody.
My 2 cents on that would be understand what love you like to participate in and participate in it as fully as you can, and understand that if people offer you love that's outside of what you typically like to participate in, it isn't less valid, right? Like, just because someone's trying to love you in a way that's outside of the way you like to be loved
Mhm.
doesn't mean they don't love you. But love being too vague and all that, right? Here's an easy way for me to kind of can it and make it to where it's a nice guiding principle, right?
Mm-hmm.
If the universe is infinite, I do sincerely believe that the mechanism that causes it to split into multiple variations of itself is every time that a sentient being makes a decision, right? And so at every point when you are making a decision, you are influencing which reality you are going to go into.
Mm-hmm.
And at every single one of those forks in the road, the primary crux is whether you're going to choose to operate out of the principle of love or out of the principle of fear. And if at every interaction you choose to live in love, I promise, buddy, you'll get hurt, things will be wild, but at the end of the day, you'll live a life that you'll look back on and be really, really happy with, because love is the answer. And if you can go in the direction of love, that in the Lorax, they said that a tree falls the way it leans. And so if you lean in the direction of love, every time you make a decision, when the fucking time comes for you to fall, you're going to fucking be a real happy camper with the way you led that life.
I have a better word. 7-letter word.
What's that?
Connect.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. I can't.
Because you could connect with somebody or with something in a bad way, and that tells you more about yourself. But anybody can connect. Not everybody can love.
That's fair. That's fair.
So I didn't mean to have the last word of the
It's
podcast.
fair. No, it's fair. And listen, the point is that nothing that I'm saying am I saying is the absolute truth. This is my best interpretation of some wild psychedelic experiences that I've had. And like I said to you earlier,
Mm-hmm.
don't listen to me for your truth. Your truth
Oh,
is your truth is deep down in here, right?
Mhm.
And that's the only thing that you really need to listen to. I'm just hoping that us two on this podcast, we can shine our lights as brightly as we can, and it helps guide people to their truth, right? And I think that you and I have done a really, really successful job of doing that today.
Thank you so much.
Well,
that
man.
was great, man.
Dude, I appreciate you so much for coming on. Bak,
Back.
excuse me, Back. I'm so sorry. But give everybody one last shout out about where they can find you online, how they can support you, etc.
Yeah, I'm back. Always will be BAK. Follow the feedback. That's my podcast and my personal IG account. You can is also Facebook, Twitter, but fuck that. I don't really do those no more. And Record Play Live. That's my music theme trivia show / comedy show / party. So follow that as well.
It's general good time.
Yeah, just follow me. I post updates. I got some shows coming up in March. I'm looking forward to that. So thank you so much for having me, Josh. This was great, man. This is probably the deepest conversation I've ever had about drugs and all that stuff. Seriously, this was very enlightening. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, that's what we're gunning for. Everybody, I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you're seeing this, you're royalty. I love you unconditionally. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
Connect.
Yeah. Yeah. Cheers to that.